Okay, hey there, guys. I don't quite know the alliance we are up against because Kabam is really bad and gave us a +1 matchup. Um, yeah, they're doing pretty well so far. Because I'm recording this the first night, they're playing well so far, but Kabam just sucks and gave them literally the worst RNG ever, I think. So my team, so I was actually only supposed to have 3 fights, but plans are going to change, and I'll explain that once it happens. So I had to take these fights, actually just this fight, and then I have the next fights in Section 2. I'm going to take them at the same go, on the same boosts. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to get to take my Section 2 at the same time, but I was actually able to, which was really nice. So this Magneto here, I took it on Path 5 a couple wars ago, but with Vivified, of course, he's going to have a lot more power gain. So I'm just really trying to play it slow, because I have on Max Petrify, so I'm going to lower his combat power rate while he's stunned. And I was trying to get a lot of reparries off, but anytime I missed the first parry to try to bait out a second hit or a third hit, he just immediately goes in for the heavy, so it's really unfortunate, kind of like that. And here you're just going to see I missed a 20% bonus, but I have a pretty close to full charge Havoc SP3 and 9% left, so the 20% would have finished, but the 18k burst finishes him off for around 100k SP3 because Havoc is so fun. Man, I really have been liking Havoc a lot. He's a really fun champion. I remember it was like a long time ago. Oh yeah, I actually didn't have Mystic Dispersion on. I wasn't sure if I was going to want it. And then as I was taking it, I was like, I'll just put it on. It's just a little bit of gold. And it'll make these fights go a little bit quicker. Comes very handy in a later fight. But I remember it was a while ago, like a while ago. I was watching like a Seton War video, and he was using Havoc in War, and I was like, man, that's so cool. I really want this champion. It took me forever to get him, but he's really fun. That SP3 just slaps so hard. So I'm going to have Doom for this Section 2 here on Path 5. Doom is just overall so good for this path, and then it's double Cosmics, so Doom is just going to run right through them. I may or may not throw on Fight Time this war with kind of my next 3 fights, including this one. So I really need to get the Fury off before I can go for any intercept shenanigans. But I just kind of wasn't, like, here, I'm not sure if I wasn't paying attention to it, but I don't have a shock there, and I throw the heavy, so I lose my indestructible, which is unfortunate, because it's nice to be able to eat the SP3 or maybe the SP2 and just have no damage taken. And I was just, like, struggling to, like, get my intercept off here. Right there, I was really just trying to get out that SP2. I could have gone, I guess, for my SP3 right away, but I wanted to get off an intercept, and I'm going to end up, like, taking special ones and stuff because he was just not playing very into my intercepts. I'm able to get off one in a bit, which you'll see in the damage spikes really, really well. But this special is going to do literally nothing because of the protection. Only does 12k, which, honestly, it's not too bad for an SP3. But it's class advantage rank 4 Doom with boost, so it is pretty small. And right here, I really would love... This is a round where I really want to get an intercept. As you see, I go for the light intercept, and it just doesn't work. I use the resist to get off another combo during his, right after his SP1. And, again, I'm kind of looking for an intercept, and I just get slapped in the face. I really wanted to intercept before this SP3, because you can see I'm, like, hitting his block, backing up, trying to bait him out. And there, I hit him, so I just know this isn't really worth, like, playing with it that much longer for. I'm just going to waste more time by looking for the intercept for the Fury rather than just going for my SP3 and getting into my damage again. And there's that bug again. Because I swear it's a bug. I swear I'm swiping my finger, but my Doom starts his combo with a light. But because, fortunately, he's down in an SP1, oh, right here I get the interception. You're going to see it. And the 30k crit. Oh, so nice. But right after the SP3, he does a light instead of a medium, and I'm telling it to do a medium. So right here for this Hercules, I'm going to end up throwing on some boosts, which I wish I could get back, because I don't really need them for this fight, but I end up using the same boosts later in the war, so I have to double boost with the same boost, which is just a lot of loyalty. It sucks. I probably shouldn't have put on the power back boost for this fight. It doesn't really help too much here. So I quickly went into WhatsApp to talk to my BG, and I'm like about to have to go do something at this point, and I'm like, hey, can I put White Magneto on this fight? Can I put White Magneto on this fight? My officer's just not replying. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna... so I just ended up going in without the White Magneto. It doesn't really help too much here, but it would have made it a little bit easier at certain points because I do a good job of keeping his feet pretty low. Right here, I have the Fury, so I go for the SP2, and as you see, even with the power back boost, I only get half a bar back, which is a fair bit. It is a lot of power, right? It's a half bar I didn't have before, but it's not as much as it could be. You've seen that Nick Fury fight, I think it was on Footloose, where you get your Fury up from SP3 and you use SP2 and you just get another SP2 right away. It's absolutely crazy. So at this point, I'm like, I feel pretty comfortable in this fight because we also had that Hercules EOP, which is just this fight, but like more annoying, pretty much. Right? It's just a pretty standard Hercules, but just that one was more annoying. And I mean, it's just a very slow fight. Hercules has a fair size health pool, and he also has the protection now. He's also has all that other stuff, but right here, I'm able to get pretty good power. I should have honestly just gone for the extra hit there and thrown the SP2 straight away, because actually no, all 3 hits go in during the protection Fury phase, but I do immediately lose my Incinerates, which are a fair chunk of damage. And right here, I just want to throw my SP2. He's not going to shrug the Incinerates immediately this time, because he also throws his SP1, and then I also still had my power lock going. Right here, I'm just going to... Oh, I thought I was going to use my... Oh, that's why I can't use my heavy. He has 1 feat, so I can't use my heavy. And... Oh, that's actually really interesting. I hope I would have pressed SP1 there, because Assassins, I actually have a point in Assassins, and it actually kicked in, and it prevented his immortality, which is really cool. So, for this fight, someone was supposed to take it. He's taken this fight before, and he's done it very, very well, but today is a little bit lower pressure, and the fight, just a couple things happened, so he didn't do it as well as he has in the past. So I was tagged, and I was like, hey, can you come clean this up? Because it's a lot of loyalty to heal up, even though I end up, again, as I said, I used these boosts. I probably shouldn't have used them for that Hercules. I didn't necessarily need them for... no, this fight, you do kind of want to play it safe. This fight could go wrong, and he can very easily get SP3s onto you. He can very easily just take a long time to get down. But as I said, I have 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion, and I have an Invul boost. So I'm pretty comfortable pushing him to SP3, because Hulkling's SP3 does next to nothing. But without the Invulnerability boost, with that prowess he can get, it's a very strong prowess. I don't know how much health it would take off of a Doom without the Invulnerability boost. I assume I could eat 1 or 2, maybe 2, but I don't want to risk it that much. So right here, he's going to start to get all of his buffs up, because that's just what he does. I'm not going to put too many staggers on him through this fight, but I've gotten better at his animations from using him. So I just know I just need to wait out his indestructibles, and I was kind of hoping to go like SP3, SP2, and that's why the power back boost is there, and I'd be able to like get some SP2s back to back to back, and like go really, really fast. That's not quite what's gonna happen. So what's gonna happen is, right, that takes off a fair chunk, so I come out of it with just under a bar. I throw a weird combo, and I actually nullify his indestructible instead of any other buff. So now it's a passive, so I just have to wait, and because of Mystic Dispersion, I'm already back to another SP3 after like a combo and a half. And here I'm like, oh, okay, if I can get my SP2 off without indestructible, this is going to be massive. That's all I want to do. I just want to get my SP2 off. Same thing's going to happen. And I parried him. So I think I parried him so he wouldn't get indestructible, or I just wanted to parry him. And because of that parry, his buffs fell off, so I get another SP3. And now, I was worried he was going to have his indestructible there, so I played it very slow. Right here, I'm going to make an oopsie, and I go and I get hit. I still have 2 charges of invulnerability left. I throw the SP2 during his indestructible, but I still actually get the power from it because of the way indestructible kind of works is weird sometimes. And there, my SP1's going to give me another SP2 from Mystic Dispersion, not from the Power Steal itself, but from all the nullifies from all the buffs he has. And this is the current score against Ghost Warriors. I'm sorry I forgot your guys' name at the very start. I thought it was something about ghosts, but I wanted to make sure I got it right, so I was going to wait till the end. As I said, they're playing fine so far. I mean, 3-25 isn't like the best start to a war. I've seen worse, though, against us. I have. There have been worse starts to a war against us. But it's a very big mismatch. They're like low tier 1, or I think they're like low tier 1 or something. It's a very big mismatch by Kabam. Their matching system has been very, very weird. I'm always willing to take an easy match, or an easier match, not an easy match. But this was a little bit of a big one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was less fights than the last one, but it was more than 3 fights, so I figured I'd post this one, especially because it has that Hulkling fight, which that Hulkling fight's pretty fun. All those SP3s get a little bit long, though. But I hope you guys still enjoyed the video. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Bye.